Let's do a quick thought experiment. If I took a dollar bill from you and then I put it in my pocket and handed you 4 quarters in return, would you feel wealthier? Of course not. You'd have the same dollar, just in more pieces. That is, mechanically speaking, exactly what a stock split is. And yet, when a company announces a stock split, the stock price almost always goes up. And sometimes it goes up quite a bit. Apple, Tesla, Nvidia, each time these companies have announced a split, the stock popped. Nvidia popped 9.3% the day it announced in May 2024. This changes nothing about the underlying business, yet it can really move the stock. And if you're a quality investor, that should make you take notice because it tells you something important about how the market actually works. Today, we're going to unpack exactly why stocks pop on split announcements, what it actually means for you as an investor, and how to think about it without getting swept up in the excitement. Welcome to The Quality Investor. Let's define exactly what a stock split is. A stock split is a corporate action in which a company increases the number of its outstanding shares by dividing each existing share into multiple new shares. The most common are 2-for-1 splits. So for every share you own, you now own 2 shares, but each share is now worth half as much. The total market capitalization of the company does not change. Nothing about the business changes. If you owned 10 shares at $1,000 each, after a 2-for-1 split, you now own 20 shares at $500 each. You had $10,000 in a stock. You still have $10,000 in a stock. The pie does not actually grow, only cut into smaller slices. But before we get into it, please like this video and subscribe to the channel. It only takes a second, helps us grow, and you can stay on top of all the quality businesses in the market. The most prominent recent examples tell this story clearly. Apple did splits in 2014 and 2020. Tesla did a 5-for-1 split in August 2020. Nvidia did a 10-for-1 split in June of 2024. Google executed a 20-for-1 split in 2022. In every single case, the stock rose significantly in the days and weeks following the split. None of that price appreciation reflected any change in the earnings power, the competitive moat, or the free cash flow generation of those businesses. The businesses were identical before and after. So why did the stocks go up? The answer is found much more in human psychology than in market structure and mechanics. The most common explanation, and the one that probably has the most merit, is that stock splits make shares more accessible to retail investors. This is the accessibility illusion. A stock trading at $1,000 per share feels expensive to a new investor or a small account holder, even if that high price is entirely arbitrary. After a 10-for-1 split, that same stock trades at $100. It is a completely different psychological price. This accessibility illusion became especially powerful with the rise of commission-free brokers and social media investing communities. When Nvidia split 10-for-1, the narrative shifted away from valuation or earnings, and it became about affordability. Retail investors who felt priced out suddenly felt like they could participate. More buyers entering the market pushed up the price, basic supply and demand. The rational counter-argument to the accessibility illusion is that fractional shares have essentially made any high-priced stock more accessible. Most major brokerages let you buy $10 or even less worth of any stock, but psychology doesn't respond to rational counter-arguments. The "it feels cheaper" effect persists, even though it's just a feeling and not a financial reality. There is also the signaling effect. Management teams don't generally split a stock that's trading at a low price. By definition, a split only makes sense when the price has risen significantly enough to justify making shares more accessible. So, when a company announces a split, it is implicitly communicating to investors, our stock has risen substantially, and we expect it to continue rising. This is a confidence signal. Management would not split the stock if they thought it was going back to where it started. The announcement itself carries embedded optimism about future performance. The market is simply pricing that signal in immediately. The problem is that this signal is noisy. Management could be wrong. History is full of splits followed by significant price declines. A recent example is Chipotle. Chipotle did a 50-to-1 split on June 26, 2024, and has fallen over 40% since then. A split is a lagging indicator of past performance, not a prediction of future performance. But markets respond to the signal anyway. The momentum effect. Stock splits generate news, and news generates attention. Attention generates trading volume. Trading volume, especially when skewed towards buyers, pushes prices higher. This is the most cynical, but perhaps the most honest explanation. When a split announcement hits, it trends on financial Twitter and it gets covered by CNBC. Retail investors Google the company for the first time. Options activity spikes. All of this buying pressure, which is all driven by attention rather than analysis, moves the price. And once the prices are moving, then those momentum traders pile in, which amplifies the move further. This effect is almost entirely divorced from business fundamentals. It's a self-fulfilling price movement driven by attention, not value. Now that we understand why stock splits drive up price, what can you actually do with this information? First, and most importantly, a stock split is not a reason to buy a stock. The business did not get better. The earnings did not improve. The moat did not widen. If you wouldn't have bought the company at the pre-split price, the split hasn't changed the investment case. A $100 share after a 10-for-1 split is exactly the same as a $1,000 share before it. Don't let the psychological comfort of a lower nominal price trick you into skipping your actual analysis. Second, the post-announcement price pop is almost never sustainable. The accessibility illusion, the signaling effect, and the momentum spike all fade within weeks. If the business is not actually growing earnings and free cash flow, the stock will eventually price that in. Third, and this is where it gets interesting, the split announcement pop can occasionally create a useful observation. If a stock you've already done your homework on and believe is undervalued announces a split and the resulting attention pop takes it further above your buy price, that's actually useful information. It tells you the market is currently willing to pay more than fundamental value, and you might want to wait for the attention to fade before adding to a position. Conversely, if a stock you've been watching announces a split and the pop turns out to be short-lived, the price drifts back down in the weeks after, that sometimes represents an opportunity. The fundamentals did not change, just the attention. And when attention fades from a quality business without changing its underlying economics, that's when it's worth your attention. The bottom line, don't buy splits, don't sell splits, but do understand that the market's irrational response to them can occasionally create openings for the patient, disciplined investor who already knows the business. Stock splits are, in the most literal mathematical sense, meaningless. They change nothing about what a business is worth, what it earns, or what competitive advantage it holds. But the market's response to them is not meaningless. It's another data point that tells you something real about how human psychology interacts with the financial markets. The accessibility illusion, the confidence signal, and the momentum spike all produce predictable price movements that have nothing to do with fundamental value. Understanding this does not make you a better stock picker by telling you which stocks to buy. It makes you a better investor by ensuring you don't make irrational decisions in response to what is ultimately a corporate housekeeping exercise. 30 years from now, nobody will remember whether Apple split 2 for 1 or 4 for 1. But the investors who used that split's attention spike as an excuse to avoid doing real analysis will remember the outcome. Just ask Chipotle investors.
Thank you for watching today's video. And if you've made it this far, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Thank you and happy investing.